introduce myself a little bit here. Hello! Hello! I've arrived to stuff the stockings with candy canes and other treats that cause teeth decay. Joke's on you, my teeth don't decay. Thankfully, at the very least. How you doing, Halber? Let me turn the music down just a little bit. It's a little on the loud side. I don't need it to be too loud. There we go. Got some proper holiday music going. How you doing, Halber? Thank you so much for swinging on by. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Whatever holiday you celebrate, hope you're enjoying yourself and having a merry and frightfully terrifying time zone. Yeah, this is basically our holiday hangout session. Didn't really have anything in particular planned, to be quite honest. Like, basically just kind of vibing, you know? Just kind of vibing. I mean, we may watch a couple things, depending on overall what everyone's feeling, but for the most part, like, I got nothing planned. I don't have anything planned. There are some games to play that are Christmas themed. Yeah, I do have some winter themed stuff, but I'm just gonna save that for Monday. I'm gonna save some of those for Monday because I'm planning on doing some indie games after Christmas. Play that Xmas cleanup. Oh, Viscera cleanup detail. Yeah. I know of Viscera cleanup. Yeah, that's an old one. That's an old one. Yeah, I have that one. I have the Shadow Warrior themed one. I think I do at the very least. And I have the regular game. I have the regular game as well. It still holds up. Still holds up because it's just goofy. It's just overall goofy. That's pretty much what it is. Like, it's violent as all fucking get out, but it's also just like fun, silly, open map kind of scenario where you can just dick around as much as you want, really. I hope everyone is nice and comfy. What do you all have planned for your weekend? By chance, do you have any plans? Do you particularly celebrate anything, or do you just hang out? Or do you spend time with people? What are all your plans for this weekend? I'm basically just gonna be. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time with family this weekend, so I'm not gonna be able to do a whole lot, unfortunately. Oh gods!
Merry Spook Mess.
Also, hello. Thank you for the biddies. Merry Spookmas to you as well. Nothing like cleaning up elf corpses. Exactly. Oh god, yeah. Had to do that a couple times. Back when I was under control of the Lich, like centuries ago. Had to do that a couple times. And oh boy, yeah, it's not fun. It is not fun. I will say that much. How you doing, by the way, Otzel? Thank you again for the biddies. Thank you for swinging on by, and I hope you're having a terrifyingly pleasant time zone. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you as well. What are your plans for the evening, or for the weekend? What are your plans? Do you celebrate anything in particular? Oh, Jesus, what the fuck?
Merry Christmas and wonderful Krampusnacht.
Oh, thank you again for the biddies. Oh, man. Merry Christmas. The tiny workshop elves. Oh, yeah, those ones. Yeah. The ones I'm most familiar with are like the fantasy elves that are usually portrayed today. The fantasy elves that you usually see, the tall, pointy-eared ones. Yeah, the Viscera cleanup version, yeah, Santa's elves are like the smaller, diminutive.
Ah, yes, there it is, complete. Such depth, such color, such realism.
uh, oh, it says realism. Thank you for the redeem there, Halber. Oh, man. Yeah, I got Bikubot working again. Bikubot is finally working again. Hooray! Literally was able to fix that at the beginning of the stream this past Wednesday. Doing good. Stay at home with Dad and my aunt. Aww. Yeah, I'm gonna be spending a good amount of time with my own family this weekend. For better or for worse. I mean, there's some members of my family that I definitely am. They'll usually look forward to being around. Others, it's a bit of a touch and go relationship, but should be good. It should hopefully be good vibes. Well, there's gonna be plenty of alcohol on hand at the very least, so that'll help things out a little bit. But yeah, it seems like you have some plans for a very fun and cozy weekend. I got myself a little bit of a drinky drink here myself, actually, just something to kind of help kick the weekend off right with. Is the music too loud, by the way? Is the music too loud, by the way? Let me know, and I'll kick it down a little bit.
Father, where is my present, and more important, meow, where is the food, meow meow.
You already got your food, Corey. You already got your food. As for your presents, you're gonna have to wait until Sunday. You're gonna have to wait until Sunday, Corey. Yeah, we all thankfully got all the shopping out of the way. Everything's good to go. Her and Midnight both usually get gifts on Christmas as well, usually in the form of catnip toys and whatnot. Go ahead and bump that down. Bump the background music down just a little bit. Is it? Actually, there we go. Let's try that. There we go. Oh, yeah, I was trying to find some appropriate Christmas music as well, and I figured, there we go. We'll do it about there. Yeah, I was trying to find some appropriate Christmas, music, for tonight, and I was like, yo, let's just grab the Starlight, Festival music from Final Fantasy XIV. It's nice and somber. Got my dad a flintlock kit and my mom some jewelry. Ooh, interesting. Also, thank you for the Scary Jitters redeem. Thank you for that. It's been a while since we've had one of those.
Happy holidays.
Thank you for the redeem, also. That hits differently when I'm all bundled up like this. It really hits differently when I'm all bundled up like this. Oh man. Thank you for the redeem. Yeah, I've been trying to actually. I added a couple other things as well. I've been trying to experiment with bit variations for the most part. For example, so if anyone happens to donate like the funny sex number, that should trigger something special in there. Not to goad anyone into donating that or anything like that. Just letting people know that it's out there. And I want to try and experiment with some other stuff as well, you know. But that's just stuff I'm gonna be like working on. Probably over the weekend when I get a spare chance. Yeah. Oh man, I was actually kind of studying some holiday stuff, and I was actually looking up the pagan version holidays of Yule. And I was looking up at some information on that, because I don't necessarily I'm not a big celebrant of like most Christmas stuff. Because, you know, religious implications and all that. So, I don't know. Find some, like, alternative things to kind of celebrate towards. But everyone has their own things, and everyone has their own things that they celebrate, and that's perfectly fine. Again, I didn't really have much of a plan. Really didn't have much of a plan. Like, that was literally just vibe. As far as, I just realized. What did you just realize? What, pray tell? What is this realization? What is this realization? Do tell. Do tell. It's time to watch 8 Crazy Nights. Oh, shit. Oh, wow, that movie. I haven't watched that movie in a hot minute. It's been a few years. It's been a few years since I've last watched that. Like, because for anyone that doesn't know, it's an Adam Sandler movie, but it's animated. Animation is like really on point. I forget what studio that was from actually, but I remember the animation for that was like super on point. And the only thing is, it has Adam Sandler's like very crass sense of humor. I'm not sure how many of those jokes actually land these days. But yeah, it's a Hanukkah-based movie. And I remember it being pretty funny. Like, there's some pretty quotable memes in it. Like, that's a tactical foul! There's some quotable moments in that. God, so I should watch that again sometime. I apologize for this month just being an absolute fucking mess of everything. A lot of things happened. And those things kind of interfered with a lot of my own plans, so I apologize for a lot of that. Hopefully in January, we'll be back on track for the most part. My mom loves the Technical Foul song. I mean, it's a good song. It's a good song. I love the character growth. Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's honestly one of the better, pretty good, surprisingly good aspect of the movie. You know, like Adam Sandler's character goes from slowly goes from absolute shitheel to like an actual decent person. It's definitely a holiday movie. It's definitely God, I'm not really sure. I have to watch that again, just kind of see how some of the how some of the jokes land in 2022. Yeah, it's not an extreme growth. Yeah. It feels more, how do I say this? I don't know about natural would be the right term, but it's a slow burn. It's a slower growth. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, starts off super shitty, but then grows into a shitty person who takes responsibility for his shittiness. Yeah. There you go. That's a good way to put it. That's a really good way to put it. That's very apt. And then, yeah, you have all the usual wacky characters that usually accompany an Adam Sandler joint. It's varying degrees. Let me actually fix something, because I noticed something in OBS. There we go. That should fix that. Yeah, I noticed a little bit of weirdness. Oh, the two weird old people are just like amazing. They're the perfect like foil to bounce off Adam Sandler's like more crude personality, because you got these like two sweet old people that are just trying doing their best, and then you have Adam Sandler who's just being the absolute worst kind of person that you can be. Did you steal my wig? Oh god. Oh god. See, it's been so long that I can't really remember how the grandmother sounds. It's just been so long. Is the music too quiet, by the way? I can bump it up a little bit if it's too quiet. I can bump it up a little bit if it's too quiet. Oh, there you are, Midnight. I was gonna say, I was about to grab my own blanket, like for realsies, but Midnight's currently taking it. Midnight is currently has currently occupied the space on the blanket. Music is fine. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh man, it's like, is that your own like personal favorite holiday movie by any chance, or do you have any other like go-tos that you usually fall back on? Because it's like I don't like, as far as like holiday movies go, I don't really, not now that I think about it, like the closest I have to a favorite holiday movie would probably be Nightmare Before Christmas. Because honestly, like it covers both Halloween and Christmas time, so it's like it's good for that stretch of time. It's relevant for at least 2 months, you know. But as far as like other holiday movies, like I don't have any particular go-tos myself. What are some of your favorite preferred like holiday movies? And yes, I will allow Die Hard as an excuse. I will allow Die Hard as an answer to that. I have seen Die Hard, and I am definitely of the mindset that, yeah, it does count as a Christmas movie. I mean, it takes place during Christmas. So to me, at the very least, I'd say that counts as a Christmas movie. It counts as a holiday movie. Watch Die Hard, The Grinch, 8 Crazy Nights, and then the HTTYD Christmas stuff. HTTYD. God, what? I'm not familiar with that. I'm not really familiar with that. For the Grinch, yeah, I'm assuming you're referring to the Jim Carrey version. How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, that's what it is. I was gonna say, like, I'm not familiar with that acronym. I never really saw those movies, to be honest. Never really piqued my interest, for the most part. Hell yeah, I play in Saints Row 4 Christmas DLC as a tradition. Hey, there you go. How you doing, Chuckles? Thank you so much for swinging on by, and I hope you're having a terrifyingly pleasant time zone, and happy holidays. Yeah, it's like, I had a thing where I would play Bayonetta 2 for the holiday season for a bit, because yeah, that is very much, that also takes place during Christmas. That also takes place during Christmas. It's very Viking and Christmassy. Okay. My Christmas movies are Lethal Weapon, Die Hard 1 and 2, Indiana Jones Trilogy, and Home Alone 1 and 2. Ah, okay. That is quite the list. Yeah, Home Alone definitely fits in that criteria. Oh God, I know you mentioned 1 and 2. Like I completely forgot that there was a third one. I just dawned on me that, oh right, Home Alone 3 exists. From what I remember, it's fucking terrible. It's fucking terrible, if I recall. Good. Procrastinating the rest of my rapping as I should. Oh man, I managed to get all of my rapping taken care of Pretty handedly, actually. I managed to get all my wrapping taken care of in good order. Oh, yeah, you definitely don't want to procrastinate on that. Let's see. Since last year, I decided I'm gonna add the Sabaton song, Christmas Truce, to my yearly Christmas. Ooh, not familiar with that one. There's a fourth one. Oh gods, there's a fourth one, and there's a Home Alone 5. Oh my gods. Oh god. You know what? There might be a reason why I never really heard about those. There might be a reason why I never really heard about those. Mm. Oh jeez, yeah. Probably a good reason why I never really heard about them. I imagine they were all like straight to VHS or whatever. Yeah, 5 is a thing too, sadly. Yeah. Like, that's a franchise that probably should have, like, stopped at the first 2. You know? Because there's a 6th one. Oh my gods. Oh my gods, are you for... Okay, now I gotta check this myself now. I gotta see myself now. Just to kind of see how far this actually goes. Home Alone franchise, here we go. Okay, oh gods, there is more. Okay, so we got Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, Home Alone 3, which was the first one that didn't involve Kevin. Home Alone 4, which was released in 2002. Oh, jeez. That one was on the strict made-for-TV. Oh, jeez. And it was the first film that was not theatrically released. There was Home Alone: The Holiday Heist in 2012. Another made-for-TV show, I believe it was. Yeah, another made-for-TV show. Okay, Home Sweet Home Alone was released last year. It was released last year. Wow. No shit. Jeez. Fuck no. Oh god. Okay, so what happened with this one? Oh, was released on November 12th, 2021 to negative reviews. Yep, that'll explain it. That'll explain it. That will explain it. Oh, jeez. Was this theatrically released, or... okay, it was released on Disney Plus. That's probably why. Okay. Okay, and yeah, Disney got the rights to it when they bought out Fox, apparently. So, that's probably why. That's probably why it exists. I got a question. What if we tickle the Wraith? I mean, good luck with that, because, you know, ethereal. I have an incorporeal body, so good luck making contact. Good luck making physical contact with me. Aha! I'm essentially tickle-proof. Oh. Oh, man. Now, if you were to use some kind of, like, magic-enhanced glove or something like that, that'd be another story. But good luck finding one. Good luck finding one of those. Oh. I can hire a necromancer. Oh, yeah, good luck on that one. Yeah, good luck. Who practices necromancy these days? Who practices necromancy these days? I mean, unless you can find, like, a pagan group that dabbles in it. No, yeah. I mean, we usually have one necromancer on call, but usually they're not exactly, they don't live in this state, so they usually take a little bit for them to get on over. I stole some books from a necromancer. Oh no. Be careful reading those. Be careful reading those, because you can unleash some dastardly shit. You can unleash some pretty dangerous shit if you're not careful with that. Yeah. Oh. Oh god, yeah, because like if I remember some of the stuff that the lich that I was forced under, yeah, they would do a lot of like fucking bonkers ass necromantic magic. Like I was actually raised that was actually how I was raised. Yeah, because they were using necromancy to try and raise different undead to their control. And yeah, that's essentially how I was brought back into the mortal plane for the most part. Oh, gave me a second monstrous form. Oh god, did you Resident Evil yourself? Did you Resident Evil yourself?
Feed meow.
Corey, I told you, I already fed you. I already gave you your wet food earlier, and I even gave you your treats before we started. I gave you, I already fed you. How much more food do you need? Oh, man. Gods. I swear, these cats will just outright eat me out of Krypton home. Oh. Oh, what you doing, Midnight? Yeah. Oh, Midnight's just kind of laying over there. Oh. I'm hearing some fireworks going off. Someone's having a show. Yeah, there's some fireworks going on outside. Cats will eat everything. They will straight up. They will straight up eat everything if you let them. Like Corey was apparently chasing around a spider earlier, and I was just like, no, don't. For one thing, you don't even know what kind of spider that is. Like, stop. No, just get that out. Get the spider out of here. Oh. Oh yeah, those fireworks are just going off out there. I don't even know where that's coming from. Dogs will still stare you down forever till you give them your food. Cats will just steal it. Yep. No, I have to watch Corey like a hawk, because if I leave anything, any kind of food unattended for any period of time, she will try to get at it. Gonna go grab me some eggnog with moonshine. Ooh. I was yeah, excuse me. Yeah, go ahead and grab that. Go ahead and grab some of that. That sounds like good stuff. I mean, you can add
Chat
a
gives
penis.
food, please send it on 666 Graveyard Street.
God damn it. Corey, don't dox me. You're not supposed to dox me, Corey. Oh, jeez. Oh. I mean, you can, like, add... I mean, if you add pingas to eggnog, that's a whole nother kind of show altogether. That's a whole nother show. Oh, jeez. Just add that flavor into it. Oh, man. Okay, the fireworks seems to have subsided for the moment. I don't even know where that's coming from. I don't even know where that was coming from. I just heard the, I don't think it was picking up on the mic or anything. I was hearing the bup, 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 bup. It was kind of low. It was more of a thud, so it must have been pretty far out there. It must have been a pretty good distance away. Some kind of holiday, some kind of Christmas festival, possibly going somewhere, several blocks over more than likely. Well, maybe farther than that, actually. Oh, man. Yeah, I actually do have some... I do actually have some eggnog on hand still with the... Well, the stuff that I have has rum in it, actually. Pretty tasty. Pretty tasty stuff. I'm trying to hold off on it a little bit. Trying to save a little bit for Sunday. They also have... they didn't have the large bottle of these that I usually get for holidays. Gulden Drak. I usually get Guldendrock beer, which is a very particular like I think it's German. It's a German style ale. And I don't know how this started for me, but usually get it as something for either holidays or for special occasions, because it's a little on the pricier side. Couldn't really find any of the larger bottles though, so what I ended up doing was I ended up getting the 4-pack, a small 4-pack of individual bottles, which probably work out a little bit better, so that it'll be one for me and myself and a couple other people should they decide to partake in that as well. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of drinking my Marlon Brando drink for the time being, but depending on how things go, I may go ahead and grab a little bit of that as well. How are you, Saw? Hope this winter didn't hit you so hard. This week, well, over in my neck of the woods, at the very least, it's actually been warming up a little bit this week. Actually kind of got to like high 60s. Last week, it largely stayed in like high 50s, low 60s. Last week it actually felt like winter, which doesn't really happen around here that often. Like, it actually straight up felt like winter, like, because it was just that cold. This week has not been as it's actually warmed up a little bit this week. I know that one storm was supposed to be hitting other parts of the continent, and for those that are getting caught in that, like, hope you're all staying safe. Like, it's supposed to get pretty nasty in some parts. Good to hear. Yeah. Like, where I live at, like, we don't really get too crazy winters. Like, summer is usually the time of the year where we actually have to, like, be careful, be mindful, because, yeah, in some areas easily gets to triple-digit heat waves, which is not fun for anybody. Not fun for anybody involved. Nope. Yeah, summer, I kind of dread summers over here for the most part because of just how hot it gets. No, Jesus!
Here's some bits to warm you up. Please don't burn from it, love.
I'll try not to. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you so much for the biddies. Oh, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Nah, as long as the bits aren't dipped in like holy water or anything like that, it should be okay. Oh man. Eyes are kind of bothering me. I think I may be like having, I don't know, I haven't been getting as much sleep lately because I think I've been just so busy. And yeah, like, when you have a day job that's primarily looking at a computer screen most of the day, and then you come home to look at a computer screen some more, like, I think it just adds up. It adds up eventually. I should be alright. Just gonna have to make sure to take a break eventually. Ugh. Oh yeah, I should probably got it. Wait, there's oh jeez.
They're silver, I'm not sure they are holly. Pharaoh's dip.
No, that's werewolves. Silver is for werewolves. Yeah, so I don't have to. Ghosts don't necessarily have to worry about silver. I don't think so, at the very least. Or at least I don't have to, unless there's like some other kind of variation of a ghost out there that actually does have to worry about that stuff. I don't know. You're not a Wraith? Wait, where Wraith? There we go. Wait, Wraith? Wraith. There we go. Jeez. For some reason, I was having a hell of a fucking time trying to fucking pronounce that shit. No, I am not a Wraith. Oh, God. Imagine what that would look like. Just a fucking ghost that's a werewolf ghost, essentially. Like, that's a whole nother level of fucking terrifying, actually. God, that actually would mean that... Would Silver still work on that? A ghost werewolf? In that sense? Because, like, well, maybe actually. Although if unless it's, like, magical or anything like that, it probably wouldn't even work. Gee, that is actually something to take into consideration. Wow, okay. Yeah, that is actually something to kind of think about. That is actually something to kind of think about. Oh, jeez. Wow. God, that sounds like a terrifying combination. Doing extra hard words, just messing with my own to speak it out loud. Yeah, that was like the pronunciation was what was kind of throwing me off for a bit there. You know, the pronunciation. I was like, okay, because Wraith. There we go. I had to slow myself down just to kind of make sure that I don't like fuck that up. You know. Oh shit! Oh god! Ah, why am I yawning already? Holy fuck! It's not even 10 o'clock yet. I am back. I made it extra strong for the Wraith. Aww. There you go. Fuck yeah, let's go. Extra strong moonshine. Hell yeah, I'm down for that. I'm absolutely down for that. Welcome back, Saw's dad. Wait, dad? Wait, what? Oh god. Sometimes I straight up just feel like a goth dad. I feel like the goth dad. He's always been dead. I mean, I was alive at one point, but for the most part, yeah, been dead. Father! No, do not, no. I am no one's dad. I am no one's father. I am no one's father. Oh, gods, I swear, the day I have kids, where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money at? I don't have any money, or at least I don't really carry cash. Gods. Well, a lot of my money is just going towards trying to buy a house, essentially. Oof, pardon. Now everyone here is Saul's child. Oh, gods. Does that mean I have to pay child support? Do I? Wait, what? How did that even happen? Like, oh, wait, hold on. Oh, gods, it was that succubus from 5 years ago, wasn't it? Shit. It was that fucking succubus. Of course it was the succubus. It's always the succubuses. It's always the succubuses. Oh, jeez. Ah. Oh. Jeez. No, for real. It's like the day I actually have children, like, holy shit. Like, I don't even trust myself as a parent. I do not trust myself as a parent. I'm not even joking. I'd probably be the worst father ever. I'd be the worst parental figure ever. Oh, man. Like, I don't even like kids that much. I don't even like kids. Too much time in retail, listen to little brats just screaming their heads off for the most part. Why buy a house when you can buy an abandoned building and turn that into a house? You know, you joke. But I was actually looking at house listings fairly recently. And there was like this one particular home that I saw that looked for a little bit run down. But it was like a 2-story place. Didn't have an actual front yard. It was all like bricks. It was all like a brick yard, but it was like the coloring was what drew my attention because it had a bit of a like a Central America like Hispanic vibe to it in terms of like the color patterns involved, and there was some spots that probably could use a little bit of fixing up, but it also had like a very sizable like attic area that I think was being converted into like an upstairs, like possibly second bedroom of sorts. So I was initially like thinking like, huh, that might actually be a good residence to invest in. But it was also super fucking expensive. Like, still required at least 400,000 some odd dollars, which I don't fucking have. I don't joke. That's my plan. That's not a bad way to go about it, actually. If you can find a place like maybe not completely run down, but just a little bit. Maybe something that requires just a little bit of extra elbow grease, perhaps. Like, I feel like that would probably be a pretty decent way to kind of go about things, you know? I feel like that'd be a decent way to kind of go about things. Because that way, you can still get a place, but you don't have to worry about paying as much fucking money for it. My dad let me look at a 6-year-old Indiana Jones. Oh, with the melty Nazi faces. Oh, that scene. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, I bet that was pretty interesting to watch as a 6-year-old. Jeez, yeah, the fucking face melt scene. Oof. Want to buy an old gas station, repair shop, or generic abandoned shop and turn that into a house? Ooh. I would say like a generic abandoned shop would probably work best for that, because I think with the gas station you probably have to worry about the if there are any petroleum lines that might still be active. I'm just kind of spitballing a little bit here, just kind of spitballing because I don't know what that all entails specifically, but I would imagine that has something to do with like petroleum lines, just make sure there's nothing active or anything like that. A repair shop would probably actually, if you find like one of those little shops that's connected to like an apartment, like an above apartment building or something like that, I feel like that would actually be something that would be interesting to like invest into. I always found those interesting. You flood the tanks with water and drain the tanks a few times. Okay. So that's how you kind of like clean it out. Okay. Do you have to require? Does that require like actually digging anything up or anything like that? Because that's my main concern. That would be my main concern. Otherwise, like depending on whether you plan on running a business or not, like I always find it interesting for like the spots where people have the like lower floor as their place of business, and then like they have their residences on the upper levels. Like I always found those to be really interesting because, I mean, for one thing, it would just eliminate the commute entirely. Don't gotta dig them up. Really? Huh. I would have figured that you would have to, I figured you would have to like dig up the lines and actually like physically remove them or something like that. For some reason I thought that would be the case. Have to go, Saw and chat. Wish you all a great movie evening. What movie you watching today? The life is, no movie plans today. Actually, I don't even know. Well, Cemetery Cinema is next week, but I don't even have a movie planned yet. I actually do not have a movie planned. That's kind of how frazzled my brain has been this month. I don't even have a movie planned for Cemetery Cinema this month. Oh, man. But, yeah, that'll be next week for sure, and I'll try to see if I can... I have a couple ideas, but I'll try and see if I can grab something to... I don't know if I should find something holiday themed because, but I'll find something. Oh yeah, winning, son! I think we are. Winning the holidays at the very least. I'm winning the holidays at the very least. How you doing, Yamba? Thank you so much for swinging on by. Hope you're having a terrifyingly pleasant time zone, and happy holidays. Happy holidays. Oh, how you doing, Yamba? Still would because there are tax hellholes. Oh, jeez, yeah. Yep. Yeah, take care, Otel. Take care. Thank you for swinging on by. You take care and have a wonderful weekend. What if we bury the Wraith with snow? I mean, why would you do that? I mean, it's just gonna be really cold, right? I can like just dig my way out. Granted, I can like dig my way out, but it's gonna be freezing. Why would you dump snow on me? Why would you dump snow on me? Doing good. Typing up my written notes for my heavily deep rock galactic style system. Oh, right. I think you mentioned that you were working on something like that previously, or at least I feel like I remember you mentioned working on something like that. At least I feel like we had this discussion previously. I think we did at the very least. Did we have that discussion previously? God, my brain is just all over the place. My brain is just all over the place. I'm gonna get my VR stuff set up. Ooh, yay, there you go. Friend wants to shoot people in Pavlov. No worries, no worries. No worries. Tell your friend I said hey. Tell your friend I said hi. Got 3 missions set up as well as a few things with enemies and the materials you gather. Ah, ooh, that is getting involved and pretty involved. That is getting surprisingly involved. Oh, that sounds dude. That sounds like it would be a pretty fun thing to mess around with. It sounds like it'd be a pretty fun thing to mess around with. Is it like is it going to be in 5e, or is it going to be in its own system? Because I imagine you could probably make it 5e based pretty easily, but I imagine it'd probably also work a little bit better if it has its own system. Made stat blocks for the most scary enemy you encounter in the caves. Ooh, okay. Ooh, homebrew stuff. 5e, just adding weapons and a few things. Ah, okay. I had a feeling like you could easily adapt something like that to 5e, I imagine. What'd be better, tall and lanky or shadowy and eyes? God, that's a good question. Okay. Without the context, I would say tall and lanky. That would be my own preference. Tall and lanky. Yeah, we'll go with that. Had to because nobody wanted to make the walking bug nuke. Oh, oh no. Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, that's probably fair. That's probably fair. Lots of people say tall and lanky. I want to say it's because, like, shadowy, it would be hard to make out, like, a figure. And then, like, there's the lots of eyes. I think that was probably a little bit too terrifying for some people. Whereas tall and lanky, there's still, like, something there to take in, like, visually. Again, I'm saying this without any real context. I'm saying this without any real context as to what the question is about. But this is just like where my brain is kind of going to. It'll still be monstrous. Yeah. I think it's like... I feel like there's probably more you can do with, tall and, like, tall and likely. Because, like, shadow creatures you have to, like, have as... A shadow creature you would have to have as, like, a secondary form of sorts. Because, well, unless there's some way you can really make it work. I don't know. That's actually something to really think about, you know? Second form? Oh, okay. I see where you're getting at there. I see where you're getting at. Okay, now I have context. Only annoying part at the moment is finding cave maps. Ooh, oh god, what is that resource I have saved? Because it was, let's see. I had something saved. It was like a map website. Dungeon Fog. Okay. So Dungeon Fog. I have this bookmarked. It is a free battle map editor for tabletop Dungeons and Dragons. So might be something looking into. If you're looking for something to work with. Otherwise, I think Roll20 has some map features that you can mess with. I don't know how extensive it is, but you can probably find something cave-oriented at the very least. Those are just a couple ideas on my end. 2'9" Howl turns to something over 7 foot. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's a hell of a size difference. That's a hell of a shift right there. That is a hell of a shift. Oh. D&D dungeon maps is typically how I find one to use. Ah, okay. Just straight up just search it, Google search for D&D dungeon maps. Ah, okay. Found 13 maps to use. Okay, that's a good start, actually. That is actually a very good start. Like, I actually have, like, this is for, like, in person. I'm assuming you're working on, like, online, primarily. But I actually have a couple of things for, like, in-person tabletop sessions where you have, it's like a mat-based, dry erase board type map, but you have, like, the textures on one side. For, like, one side's like an open field, the other side is for, like, indoors setting. And it's, like, piece by piece, it's like they're, like, different squares, so you can kind of flip different squares around depending on how big the actual map space is that you're shooting for. So it's pretty useful, actually. I used it a couple times when I DM'd online games. Just kind of keep track of character positions. Can't really drive across the states. Yeah, fair. Totally understandable. That would be a hell of a drive. Yeah, I want to try and see if I can set something up for the JoJo's RPG that I've been trying to restructure. I want to try and see if I can set up something. I don't know what my group's regular schedule is going to be like in January, but I want to try and see if I can squeeze in a day to try and fit in the JoJo's session in. VR time, CSR. No worries, Halbert. Thank you for swinging on by. You enjoy yourself. And tell your friend I said hi. Tell your friend I said happy hauntings. Oh, man. I know I have to, but I don't want to do the typing for the missions. Yeah, I can understand that. Oh, I'm assuming the I'm assuming, like, actually writing out the mission details. I mean, I was like, well, I'm a writer, like, not by trade, but I do have, like, writing experience, but I would consider that to be a more interesting one of the more interesting aspects. Like, I need to actually write out the scenario. Each mission is at least 1 page long. Oh, that's piss easy. That's piss easy. Like, 1 page? Like, fucking the shit. Like, I can knock that. I can knock that out, like, just easy. That's easy for me. I know, just lazy. You know what? Fair. I can understand that. I can understand that too. Nah, I used to write short stories way back in the day. But so like 1 page is like nothing to me. Fuck it, doing it at the moment. Yeah, no, get it out. Might as well get it out of the way. You might as well get it out of the way, you know? You might as well get it out of the way. The sooner you knock it out, the less you have to worry about later on. I kind of do have to write out the scenario that I want to do for my thing as well. I have the majority of the scenario already planned out in my head. I just gotta put it to paper so that I have something to work off of, you know, for when the time comes. Oh, man. So, I was gonna say, like, I was wondering if people would be alright with us watching a couple things as well. I got a couple things that I was wanting to try to put on, like trying a couple things to watch. There's a lot of things I would like to watch actually. Oh, there's a lot of things I would actually like to watch. Actually, hold on. I actually got an idea. I just got an idea actually. Like horror Christmas, like shorts or anything like that. Something horror related. That's a trailer. Oh, that's music. 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 A lot of horror Christmas music, actually. Let's see. Oh, gods, I just came across the fucking Grinch horror movie trailer. I forgot that was a thing. I forgot that was an actual thing. Okay. Oh, jeez. When was that actually supposed to be out? Hold on. You know, I'm kind of curious about this. Because I don't think I've actually, like, seen the trailer itself. So, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and just kind of start watch a couple things. Why don't we just go ahead? We'll go ahead and mosey on over here real quick. Well, maybe not real quick, but for a little bit. For a little bit at the very least. Let me see if I can... window capture. Window capture. Let's see. There we go. That'll do. Boop. And let me see if I can find the correct audio source for this. DLC, hello! Thank you for the hydrate. You know what? I'm gonna use this to finish off my drink. There we go. Thank you for that. Thank you for the hydrate. Just want to stop by real quick before I go to sleep and have to deal with my hangover. Oh, jeez. Yeah, speaking of hydrating, yeah, definitely make sure you're hydrating yourself. Make sure you drink plenty of water before you go to bed, because that'll help reduce the likelihood of a hangover, or at least at the very least, like, reduce the reduce how, like, brutal it gets, you know? At the very least, it should reduce, like, just make it, like, a little bit less painful. Somewhat a little bit of a bitch on drinking. I take the sweeter stuff, so I'm gonna have a bad. I mean, sweet stuff's not. Sweet stuff is absolutely valid. Sweet stuff is absolutely valid. It's all about. It all comes down to what your own, like, personal taste preferences are, you know. But yeah, definitely make sure to get plenty of rest, drink plenty of water, and thank you for swinging on by. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a terrifyingly pleasant time zone, and happy holidays. Happy hauntings and happy holidays. Alright, let's watch this trailer real quick.
Remember
that's
that
loud.
story about Cindy you-know-who? When her Christmas was stolen, she knew what to do.
Why,
Okay.
Santa Claus? Why?
But what if I said that's not how it went down?
You
Jeez.
gonna be okay? Because we can turn around right now.
Newville.
Poor girl. Her mother was killed. Her mind snapped.
Did you ever find the Christmas killer?
Never got a reliable description of the man.
Oh, jeez. Oh, shit.
He's
Deal.
out there. What if the Christmas killer is back?
This town cannot go through another Christmas killer thing. Not again.
Us folks down in Newville, we liked Christmas a lot.
They
But that
couldn't
band
use.
that lives
I don't think
just
they could
north
use
of
Whoville, so they
does
went
not.
to Newville.
What is it?
The mean one. He's slippery, he's elusive. He's a mean one, that mister.
I'm not going to be a victim anymore.
Oh, this is.
Time to roast this beast.
Oh, this is goofy. This is goofy.
You're a dead one, mister.
Got a little bit of the Jim Carrey mannerisms as well. Jeez. Yeah, first the Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Now we're getting the Grinch. That's actually hilarious. That is amazing. December 9th. Oh shit, it's already out. Well, fuck. I have to see if I can pull that up then. May I have a great time. My stomach is hurting. I feel like Jello. I'm gonna have a massive headache tomorrow. Oh gods. And I have to do some shopping. Oh gods. Be careful. Be careful because the malls are probably going to be absolutely fucking insane. Last minute shoppers and whatnot. Bye, good night, hugs and kiss. No worries, no worries. You have a good evening. Take care. Yeah, definitely take care of yourself and stay safe out there if you do decide to go out tomorrow for last minute shopping. Absolutely, please be careful. Please be careful. Oh man. Ooh. What is this? True Disturbing Christmas Horror Stories Volume 2. Alright, this ought to be interesting. This ought to be good. We'll see how true these are. Burp. Oh, what you doing, Midnight?
A few years ago now, I was fresh out of college, and I moved back into my parents' house for the free food and rent while I looked for a long-term job. My parents lived in a very rural area. They were a good 60 miles from the nearest city, but I of course didn't have any other option. Summer quickly turned to winter with no luck on a new job. I was getting sick of staying at my parents all day long, so I took up a part-time job as a night security guard for a small construction site. It would only be temporary, just until I could find a job that's actually related to my field of study. The man who was in charge of the construction site was a family friend. His name was Rob. I didn't really see why he needed night security, seeing as we were in a very rural area where the crime rate is essentially non-existent.
I mean, you never know.
Part of me thinks he just offered the job out of pity. Either way, I took it. It didn't pay well, but like I said before, it got me out of the house. I remember it was Christmas Eve. I was scheduled to work a night shift leading into Christmas morning. All I ever really did for that job was sit in one of the construction trailers, just to keep watch on things, I guess. I'll be honest, I usually brought my DS and just played that all night.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't really have any set tasks I needed to get done or anything. Up until that point, the most that had ever happened was a family of deer walking around outside the window, sometimes I'd see a set of animal tracks in the snow. It had been snowing pretty hard this night. A few inches had accumulated on the ground.
Saw, send help. Some weirdo tried getting my number. That's the spookiest of all. Wait, what? Wait, are you serious? Wait, are you serious, Red? Oh shit. Wait, are you like for reals? For realsies? Someone actually trying to be a creeper? Because if that's the case, then I got a squad of zombies that I can send over to them and teach them a lesson. How you doing, by the way? Thank you for swinging on by. Hope you're having a terrifyingly pleasant time zone and happy hauntings and happy holidays. The life of the barista. Ah, okay. Yep. Nope. Say no more. Say no more. Say no more. I lied and told him I'd be deported. What the fuck? You guys just told him that you were taken or something like that. Jeez, didn't have to go that hard. Fuck. You didn't have to go that hard. Holy shit. Oh god. Wow, holy shit. Holy shit. I mean, that's one way to get someone to leave you alone, I suppose. I didn't know what else to say. God, what I guess in panic mode. I guess if you're in panic mode, then sure. But like, jeez. Oh boy. Whoo. Whoo. Ah. But hope you're okay. Hope you're okay though, because yeah, I imagine in that line of work, yeah, you definitely get a lot of unsavory types coming in. Oh man. Oh. Hey, Vic. God, I really maybe I haven't been I'm pretty sure I haven't been getting enough sleep lately. That's probably why I'm yawning so much already. Also probably it's a weekend. I'm probably already getting into weekend mode. Look, if I'm gonna be hit on, can it be a cute dude slash girl, or can it be by a cute dude slash girl? Nah, it's always got it. Nah, that's the rule of food service. It's always got to be the creepy ones. It's always got to be the creepy ones. No exceptions. Like you think this is gonna be play out like some kind of romance anime or something like that? Like nah. You only get the weirdos. Only the weirdos will try to be that brazen. Oh man. Oddly enough, like slight diatribe, slight diversion. Like actually, okay, so there's like this restaurant called, I think it was called Macaroni Grill. I don't know if they're still around, but they have this saying where the tablecloths are usually like a special kind of cloth, and they provide you with crayons so that you can just like doodle on the tablecloth, while you're waiting for your food and shit. And this is like, God, this had to have been like, God, at least a decade ago. At least a decade ago. I had the fucking stupid idea to leave my phone number on the fucking tablecloth for the waitress because I thought she was cute. I thought she was too cute. So I just left my phone number on the tablecloth just to try, I don't know, on a fucking lark. On a fucking lark. And just not even expecting any kind of like follow-up or anything like that. But sure enough, like later that evening, I got a phone call from that same waitress, and yeah, we ended up going out to lunch on a date. We ended up going out on the lunch date. I mean, nothing really came about that, but the fact that it actually fucking worked was just, jeez. Not what I was expecting at the very least. Like, jeez. Oh, I was more surprised by anything. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. shit, I guess it kind of goes to show, like, I guess it goes to show that it never hurts to try, you know? Never hurts to try.
Something I should mention is the nearest occupied house was a good mile down the road. The actual small road leading up to the construction site was all it ever led to. For someone to travel up this road meant that without a doubt they were there for the construction site. In other words, there was nothing else up here, and therefore no other reason for someone to be here. All of this made what I then saw outside, I guess just downright disturbing is the best way I could describe it. I routinely glanced out the window and saw the imprint of a snow angel under a streetlight.
Oh.
If you don't know what a snow angel is, it's basically when you lie on your back in the snow and swing your arms and legs back and forth, leaving what looks like the outline of an angel.
Thank you for
this
the
is something that no animal
I'm pretty
could
sure
do.
Everyone knows.
What's more is it looked like a fully grown adult had made the imprint. I went outside to get a better look. I looked around for tracks in the snow and saw a set of them that came straight from the nearby woods, not the road. They led to the snow angel, and then around the back of the construction trailer I was just in. I couldn't get over the fact that I never once heard or saw this person, or even that there was a person out here in the first place. We were in the middle of nowhere on Christmas Eve, now early Christmas morning, and it was well below freezing out while still snowing. My heart rate started picking up at the thought that I wasn't alone out here. All I wanted to do was leave, and so I got in my car and started driving off. Now, this next part I'm not particularly proud of. I realized that all the construction workers would see the snow angel when they returned back to work and assume that I did it. Looking back, that wasn't a big deal, but back then I worried they might make fun of me for it. I seriously started turning back around just so that I could kick up the snow around the snow angel to get rid of it.
Oh, jeez.
As the construction trailer came back into view, I noticed a figure standing at the front door. He was wearing all black with a ski mask on. He had his back to me with his hand on the doorknob. Luckily, I had locked the door, but it didn't even look like he was trying to open it. He just stood there, frozen, with his head down. I panicked and stepped on the gas to turn back around. On my way back home, I left Rob a voice message explaining what I had just seen. Rob later said how he went out to the construction site as soon as he woke up and listened to my message. When he got there, there was nothing to see. Nothing was stolen, and what was left of the snow angel and footprints had been covered by more falling snow.
Huh. Weird.
Rob thought the guy was trying to rob the place, thinking no one would be there on Christmas Eve. And when he saw that I was there, he made a snow angel to try and scare me off. But what I don't understand is, then why didn't the guy rob the place when I left? I also just don't understand why his footprints came from the forest. It's possible it wasn't an attempted robbery, and rather some guy who wasn't right in the head just happened to stumble across the construction site. Whatever the case, that marked the last shift I ever worked as a security guard.
Yeah, probably just some person that
this happened a few years ago
out
on Christmas
Eve.
I was 24 years old, and because of my financial situation at the time, I couldn't afford to travel and see my family for the holidays. It wasn't all bad though. One of my close friends offered to have me over for a Christmas dinner with his family. It went good. Come around say 7 o'clock and I was getting ready to leave. It had been snowing all night, and the roads were getting pretty bad. If I waited any longer, I would have been stuck there. I had to have been one of the only cars out on those roads. I stayed at least a good 15 miles per hour under the speed limit as I made my way down the highway. Not only could I not see much of anything in front of me, but I also wanted to give myself enough time to stop if I needed to.
Oh yeah.
As it turns out, I would need to.
Gotta practice road safety during
up ahead through the snowflakes, I could make out a set of brake lights.
Especially at night.
As I got closer, I realized the car was completely stopped in the middle of the road. I honestly was just going to drive around it without giving it a second thought, but for whatever reason, traffic cones were placed next to the car, blocking me from doing so. I couldn't really drive off the road to get around it because both sides of the highway were slanted downward and covered in snow. I didn't want to get stuck. I slowed down as I got closer, and that's when I noticed an arm waving outside the driver's side window. My first thought was the guy's car had broken down in the weather and he needed help. Although I wasn't so quick to believe this. I've seen enough true crime documentaries to be skeptical. I knew the second I got out of my car to help this guy, I was vulnerable. But the other part of me worried this man's car really did break down on him on this remote highway. And if that were the case, the obvious right thing to do would be to give him a ride, especially considering the cold weather and how little traffic came through here. I inched closer as I was deciding what I wanted to do. Finally, I got close enough to the back of the car where I had to stop. I was still thinking. I did not want to get out of my car. The next few seconds happened in what felt like the blink of an eye. Without warning, the trunk of the car popped open and 2 armed men got out.
Oh shit.
They had winter clothes on and were wearing masks to cover their faces. They started screaming at me to get out of my car as they pointed their weapons in my direction.
Oh fuck.
Without even thinking of the consequences, I put the accelerator to the floor, my heart pounding in my chest.
Yeah,
I
nah.
went around the car and drove over the traffic cones. I looked in my rearview mirror and saw them rush to get back inside their car. For a second, I thought they were going to follow me, and they might have tried, but I was going as fast as I could. I lost their headlights pretty quickly.
Oh jeez.
I probably broke every law for speeding that night, which was made even worse with the driving conditions of the road, but I needed to create as much distance as I possibly could. I focused on getting away for about 5 minutes, until I called the police and told them about the car and the armed men. I never heard back from them. Honestly, a part of me thinks they never even looked into it because of the poor driving conditions, but I can't prove this, so I obviously don't know. If I had to guess, I think the men were only trying to rob people. I think they were taking advantage of the inactive Christmas Eve roads, robbing people who were most likely carrying valuables in the form of Christmas presents. Although, I've since talked to some of my family members about this, and they think the men had much worse intentions.
Yeah, probably. Probably safe to assume.
This story happened to me when I was 8 years old. I don't remember all the details, but I recently asked my mom about it, and she helped me fill in some of the parts I didn't remember. It was a few days before Christmas, and my mom was taking my older sister and I to the store to get Christmas presents for our extended family. I think it was around 6 p.m. at night. I'm not exactly sure, but it was dark outside, I know that. Being that I was only 8, I got bored pretty quickly. It took maybe 15 minutes after entering a store for me to lose patience. While inside one of the stores, I remember sneaking away from my mom and sister to go off and do my own thing.
This is totally
Since it
me
was
when I
almost
was a
Christmas, a lot of the bushes and trees outside were covered in Christmas lights. I began to wander over to the window to get a better look, and eventually, unknown to my mom, I left the store to go outside and see them up close. I remember standing right next to one of the bushes, admiring the lights and their different colors. At some point, I heard a man's voice from behind me saying hi. I turned around and looked up to see a grim, what I now assumed to be homeless man in a rough-looking Santa costume. He pulled down his fake white beard to his chin and repeated himself. I kinda just stood there in awe before I finally said hi back. He asked me if I was looking at the lights, and I told him that I was and that I thought they looked cool. He then said, and I'll never forget his exact words, "If you like Christmas lights, you want to see the ones at my house. Here, follow me, I'll show you."
Oh, yeah,
Reached down
no,
to grab
that's
my
a red
hand.
flag.
I excitedly
That's a red
grabbed it
flag.
and started walking with him. We made it maybe 15 yards out from the front of the store, when the bell indicating the store door had opened chimed out, followed by a scream. It was my mom. I immediately felt the man's hand leave mine, and as I looked in his direction, I saw him full-on sprinting away from us without saying a single word. My mom ran over to me and practically dragged me back inside with tears forming in her eyes. It took me a few years to fully understand the danger I was in that night. My family still talks about it a lot. I don't like to, but every once in a while I think about it myself. Particularly how close I was to having my life completely changed or even ended in that moment. If my mom didn't notice I was missing when she did, I likely wouldn't be here today.
Jeez. Yeah, that's... so where are these from? DZ, from perspective of people who experience terrifying things. Where? Okay, submit to us via our email. Okay, so these are stories. These are things that people actually submitted. Okay. Gotcha. I was actually curious. I was like, where did people usually get these from? But I guess if they're like actually so like these are like user submitted stories, and these are like, well, I was expecting like occult oriented or oriented stuff like ghosts and things like that, but I was not expecting like potential child kidnappers and like burglars camping out on the side of the road if I'm being perfectly honest. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. That was interesting. Let's see. Okay, there's like one other thing that I was kind of wanting to take a look at real fast. I found this playlist. And I remember this show from years back. Based on was like there's an old show on MTV where they had they essentially grabbed a bunch of people and had them go through these supposedly haunted locations to try and perform different tasks, and if they were able to make it to complete all the tasks within the time frame. I'm not sure if there was a time frame. I don't think there was a time frame. But if they were able to complete all their tasks, then they would get like a financial monetary payout. I think it was like for the most part, all of them were like staged. No, I don't think any of there was like one location that was supposedly actually haunted. But for the most part, they were all like, just fictitiously like locations with made up backstories and whatnot. Because this was like mid 90s, I think who the fuck was gonna actually be able to do the proper research on these locations. So I don't know. I mean, I was gonna say like we could probably try and watch a couple of these episodes, just kind of see if I can remember what this show was even about. I may need to mute the source a little bit because the intro music was done by Godsmack, so don't want to get DMCA smacked. Don't want to get smacked by the DMCA. So I was thinking we could watch some of these, like a couple of these episodes. There we go. Yeah. It was one verse, but it was enough. Oh yeah, I kind of went ahead and passed that sequence. That's right, because I was like messing with this on a different day. All right. One day earlier.
Okay. I'm Steve.
Okay, yeah, this is how they like show. They introduce you to everyone that's going to be taking part in this batshit insane little thing.
I'm Laura from Long Island, New York.
My name is Ryan, and I'm from Montclair, California.
My name is Christina. I'm from Huntington Beach, California. I don't know how I got here.
I'm about to set off in an adventure of newfound knowledge into the world of...
Turn that down just a little bit more.
They told me that I was going to be going on a ghost hunt.
I think I'm going maybe in the woods, someplace a little spooky.
Somewhere else.
Let me know how the audio is. If it gets too loud, like I'm looking at OBS levels.
So that
I'm looking at OBS levels myself as my, but let me know if it's like too loud or if it's not loud enough or anything like that.
We're the cameramen. We're gonna be strapped up with the vest, and the vest is gonna have a camera attached to it.
We're sleeping during the day.
Then we're gonna go to some sort of computer, and this computer is going to give us these tasks.
I believe in ghosts. I believe in...
I guess this is like during the age where like found footage or like self-recorded footage and horror was still like the big thing because Blair Witch came out. I think Blair Witch came out around this time as well.
Yes,
so the fact that the emphasis was on like
it can't happen.
All the footage was recorded by, well, most of the footage was recorded by the participants.
This place is really haunted. Like I wasn't expecting it to be really haunted.
This is real. This place has a history of being, you know, of like haunted.
I sense them. I can feel them around me. I just don't want to piss the ghost off, so I'm just gonna keep it cool, you know.
Yeah, don't want to piss the ghost off. You don't want to piss the ghosties off.
Tomorrow we'll see. We'll get it all on tape.
Hopefully it's gonna be a fun time. See you later. Bye.
Oh god, it's the old cameras. Yeah, what was this place called? West Virginia State Penitentiary. Oh, Seth, how you doing? Thank you so much for swinging on by. Thank you for the redeem. Hope you're having a terrifyingly pleasant time zone. Happy hauntings and happy holidays. How you doing? How you doing? We've just been kind of watching some good old horror-based stuff just to kind of hang out some, you know? Just to kind of hang out some. Oh. Yeah, we were actually watching this old MTV show that I recall like way back in the day. That was like basically a horror game show type thing, where they grab all these young adults to explore these quote unquote haunted locations. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm the only one that really remembers this show. Oh, that. Like, do you actually remember? It's called Fear. It was called Fear. And I feel like I'm one of the few people that actually remembers this show. Because it only lasted a couple seasons. I remember one. Ah, okay. Yeah, there was like rumors that the show ended up getting canceled because someone actually died on set. But I don't think there was any like proof behind that. I think it was just a rumor. I remember one, but it's not English. Ah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, this was a North American based program, but
This is where we are.
like I liked it. I think what hooked me in for this is like the concept that also because all of the footage it was submitted by the participants, or at least most of it. They don't know each other, never been here before, to determine if the place is haunted. It was Korean. Ah, okay, interesting. It was a Korean show. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I wonder if there. Yeah, I want to try and see if I can find some like older shows like that for like material later on, because one thing I want to try and do for 2023 is to try and do more like hangout streams, you know, just more general chill hangout streams for the most part. Just to kind of vibe, you know. Just to kind of vibe. So like any material I can find would definitely be like helpful. But yeah, what I guess what caught my interest for this show when I was Wraith is because like almost all of the footage was provided by the participants, and whatever like surveillance systems they had, whatever cameras they had set up throughout the location to track their activity. Happened through 2013 to 2015, I think. Oh, okay. So not that old actually. Yeah, this show I remember from like I want to say it was like late 90s, early 2000s. Let me see if I can find the exact date. Let's see. Okay, ran from 2000 to 2002. Right. So I was pretty close. Wasn't that scary? Okay. Yeah, I imagine it's wasn't that scary because they have the cameras. I guess it's all about like how they set up those cameras, I guess. I guess it's all in how they set up the cameras. Okay, yeah, they're actually staying in a church. That's smart. That's actually pretty cool.
Is it haunted? What is this? Prisoners carved up their victims. 1986.
So yeah, they would actually have the like bunk in these safe houses, and this would be like their safe space.
Guys, on
their sanctuary in a way.
Begin your stay by clicking on the video button above to access the video.
We're watching the video.
Welcome to the West Virginia State Penitentiary. Built in 1866, for decades it was called one of America's most violent prisons.
Let me know if the volume is too loud or anything like that.
It has since become known as one of the most supernaturally active areas in the country.
Yes, I'd say this is probably has had more killings on 10
From
acres
our
of
point
land
of view,
than
they use
most
those
any place in the
night
United
vision
States.
effects. Oh, the night vision cameras. Okay.
Was destined to just wander the hallways of the prison.
Was it like one of
Never
those
to be free.
like over dramatic ghost hunt shows where they just blow everything out of proportion?
If there's ever a place that was haunted, this place should really be haunted.
There's definitely something in the energetic makeup of very haunted places that will wreak havoc with electrical and mechanical equipment.
And once in a while you get a howling of wind. Where that comes from, I have no idea. Because there's no window, there's no windows, you're underground here.
This is their home. This is all they know. And we're traipsing around in here, poking around in their lives. If we do not treat them with respect, then they will get angry.
Your mission over the next 4 nights will be to determine if the
4
prison
nights,
is in
okay.
fact haunted. Your investigation will take you to 6 locations in the prison where supernatural activity has been reported. You must abide by 4 key rules. 1, you must follow the instructions on this website in your investigation of each supernatural hotspot. 2, use your camera equipment to document your experiences at all times. 3, if and only if you complete both nights of the investigation, you will each be paid $3,000.
Oh yeah, $3 grand.
4, if you decide to quit, you'll be paid nothing, and another team member must be selected to complete your assignment.
Yeah, $3 grand was a good amount of money at the time.
Familiarize yourself with the 6 supernatural areas. The person in each spot is to remain for a minimum of 15 minutes, observing carefully for any signs of a supernatural presence and reporting their findings.
Sometimes the most effective way to begin a ghost hunt is to go into a place, sit down quietly, and tune into the energies of the place.
You will begin in the prison's north yard, site of the first 3 hotspots, the infirmary, the Alamo, and the hole.
I need to go. No worries, Seth. Thank you for swinging on by. I really appreciate it. You take care. Once again, happy hunting and happy holidays. Hope you have a good weekend.
Oh, the person with the fourth lowest card will act as a safety. If one of the away team gets into trouble or panics, the safety person will help. 5. All right, 14. That's 10. Oh, I'm 12. I'm 10. I go.
Hey.
Let me get lined up here for destinations, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Out into the unknown. There you go.
Yeah, hit record. Christina, you're gonna go to the north yard.
They have all these like really goofy apparatuses.
I don't claim any religion, but if I were to be
themselves.
one, I would probably be a Catholic Celtic witch.
And you're gonna stop in front of the administration building.
Oh,
Okay, let's
welcome
do
back.
Yo, girl.
I thought you actually had to like
Pray
leave,
for me.
but
Pray
welcome
for me.
back.
Fear is something that you don't want to materialize.
I'm just preparing myself for what we're getting ready to do. Hopefully I won't be a big baby and go home.
Can you guys hear me?
Ariana, let me know when you get there. Over.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, you know what to do. Just explore a little bit, film a little bit, make sure your batteries and tapes are all set up.
My greatest fear, I guess, is man's greatest fear, and your fear is the unknown.
My greatest fear is definitely
Just wash dishes.
death.
Ah, okay,
Dead
okay,
people
okay.
scare me. Like cemeteries scare me. I don't like hospitals.
I'll get back to you in a minute, Ariana. Over.
I'm just the type of person I don't believe anything really till I really witness it myself.
Okay, I actually just looked up why the show was canceled. Apparently because of the high cost of producing each episode, which seems pretty hard to believe. Like, this, outside of, like, securing the locations and whatnot, I would imagine this would be fairly low budget, fairly significantly low budget to actually
I
make.
think so. That was it, huh?
I'll do it.
Yeah, American Paranormal Reality Television
Steve, this is Derek. I'm
Series
going in, so,
and spawned the
you're talking to
genre.
me now,
Oh
buddy.
yeah, I guess it would. I guess this would be kind of like the earliest like version of those kind of shows.
But only Derek's to go into the hole. Everyone else is waiting outside. Over.
Safety is standing at the light post. Do you hear me?
Okay.
This here was the hole. The older officers told me that years ago they would take them down in here and shackle them to the wall.
And yeah, these are real locations. These are real locations.
And murderous intent.
Anybody that went.
Just ask the government, are they really that dumb? Well, you do that, then you wouldn't really have much of a show, I guess. So, yeah, you gotta make things a little bit interesting. Plus, it's also, it's kind of like a game show of sorts as well, because if they're able to, like, make it complete all of their tasks within the specified time frame, then, yeah, $3,000, like, what is that? Like, accounting for inflation. Let's see. Is there a way to okay, inflation calculator, there we go. Let me see, because I want to see. So if we're in the year 2000, so $3,000 in the year 2000, let's see, let me hold on. I gotta make sure I'm like doing this right. Then in 2022. Okay, yeah, to account for inflation, that would be like $4,100 in 2022 with inflation. What if someone gets the task just stand? I mean, that's literally what some of these are. Like, some of them are required to, like some of the tasks are them being required to stay within a specific area for a specific amount of time and try and see if they can observe any, like, activity.
Went to the holes in danger. Anybody?
Good luck, Steve.
It's like, I remember that's what a number of these things are. They're supposed to, explore some of these specific areas that have the most activity.
And can you make me not scared?
There's no reason to be afraid, Al. We're golden. We're good. Just hanging out. It's just like hanging out anywhere.
Yeah.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I'd rather... Oh man, I don't know. I know what I'm talking about.
And illegal beatings, the punishment guards imposed on inmates was the whole. You'd be thrown naked into a freezing dark room and be fed from a pig trough. Your only furniture was a bucket to piss in, and it wouldn't be emptied for days. Many inmates lost their sanity here. Over.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay, Brian, you need to go to the infirmary.
Apparently the Korean one was fake. They used a set. Yeah, sounds about right. Like, the thing about a lot of these, like, paranormal investigative shows, like, most of them you can usually tell are, like, staged in some capacity, you know? Most of them are usually staged in some capacity. At least for this one, yeah, the fact that it uses real-world locations is... It probably its most interesting aspect, because like here with the West Virginia State Penitentiary, yeah, this is a very real place. Let's see, yeah, withdrawn and retired from prison use, operated from 1876 to 1995. Site is maintained as a tourist attraction, museum, training facility, and filming location. Okay, so it still sees active use today, but as far as a prison goes, it is no longer being used as such. And yeah, it's actually been used as apparently been used as a film site for a number of different series. Whether it's actually haunted or not, probably not to any real degree. Every 15 seconds, it would be like, ah, okay, yeah, I know, I know the exact show you're talking about. Then, because there's like a number of those. There's a number of those in. Nope, I just bumped the mic. Sorry. There's a number of those in the West as well, that are particularly notorious for like just trying to oversell what they perceive to be paranormal activity, and there's like a bunch of different memes out there about that.
With a bunch of beds in it. I think in the back part of it they had some cells where they could lock people down in it.
There was a inmate that was stabbed up down.
Yeah, Screaming Simulator would probably be pretty accurate. 15 minutes alone in the infirmary.
I'm scared.
Okay, so it actually is considered, or Moundsville Prison section to be one of the most haunted prisons.
That says infirmary. Over.
Legends include claims that the prison occupies the site of a Native American burial ground and alleged hauntings
I'm
by
walking into
spirits
the
of dead
infirmary now.
inmates.
It is very, very dark in here and very scary. Over.
And yet, it's still a very commonly used tourism spot, apparently.
Everything all right, Ariana? Everything cool with you? Over.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna go to the Alamo. Do you know how to get to the Alamo right now?
Oh, it's right there, I think.
The inmates call it the Alamo.
For the longer
And the reason
scream
they
you
got
do,
that name
the
is
more money you
because
get.
the
They would
inmates
be
said
millionaires
that
by
it was
now.
their
Yep.
last stand.
They had cells back in there built separated from
Do they get
everybody
bonus
else.
points
This
for
poor
actually
Red
pissing
Snyder
themselves?
was killed in there. Bobby Jarvis and all of them, that's where they live, back in this one little area.
If there is a devil or Satan, he was working overtime in a place like this.
I'm feeling a little jittery right now.
Yes, we found it.
All right, I'm in. Hold on.
And they're doing this at night too. Like, this is
The Alamo's gonna be to your right.
like, when you really think about it, this is the kind of stuff that served as
Oh my
like the
God, you
inspiration
guys.
for later stuff
It's
like
multi-levels.
Phasmophobia. Yeah, exactly. Like, still remember playing Phasmophobia with my friends.
Door in front of you and enter the catacombs. Go straight through two more sets of doors. So you're gonna go through two more sets of doors. Go straight in the hole until you pass a chain link fence. If you shine your light to the right, you'll see a steel barred door. Go through that door. That's the hole. Over.
Oh, jeez.
Tell me when you're in
Oh,
there.
that's gonna be fun. Yeah, they always do the cut
I'm
off.
in the hole, guys. I'm in the hole. Over.
Oh no, he's not in the
Just
hole.
wait there until I tell you to do different, okay?
Oh, he's
Yes,
not
sir.
actually in the hole. He already fucked up. I think there's like a small crew that monitors the cameras and kind of keeps an eye on making sure that they actually follow the specified rules.
Still all over the floor where Red Snyder got
Like, not a
killed.
major
Red
crew, but
went
just
down
enough
there
of a
and he stabbed him
surveillance
4 or 5 more times, raped
crew to
him
make
and
sure
hung him
that
out over
no
the
one
third
actually
tier
gets
and
harmed
dropped
or
him.
anything like that.
Busted his head like a pumpkin.
I'm sure that people like Red Snyder are probably still there somewhere. I don't know how they could rest in
Oh, there we go.
peace.
Nice, it automatically went to part 2. That's good.
I know that this was a violent person, sad. And I'm just so thankful for my life.
Okay, you three, Ryan, Derek, Ariana, 15 minutes, complete silence, or else we're going to be disqualified. So I need you guys all to be quiet and just keep the peace, close your eyes, and think good thoughts, and everything will be fine, I promise, okay?
Happy
Over.
thoughts. Think happy thoughts.
Do you hear that?
That's not good. That's not good. Ew. Dead cockroaches.
Oh my god. All this cold air just flew in here. Oh no.
Off to a great start. Oh, he's not actually in the hole, so...
Is anybody talking?
Ariana, can you hear me?
Okay, come on, Ariana. Please, come on.
Supposed to be in radio silence.
You hear that?
Guys, imagine just being by yourself in
Do you not?
this kind of
Do
location.
you hear that? There are sounds coming from the ceiling.
Like total silence.
Coming from up there. Man, I'm just ready to get up out.
Okay, 15 minutes is up.
I'm out.
Yeah. Didn't finish my Spanish lesson on Duolingo. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Is that like an online course you can, like, repeat?
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I like the perspective of
I don't
them
know
just
what just
bolting
happened.
out.
I really have to get out of here. Over.
Scared out here. I'm so glad you came, and I was just shutting up the whole time because I didn't want to freak you out. It's so. Oh no.
You don't so Hey guys, everyone come back to the chapel and take your vest off, okay? Great job.
I've never been so scared in my life. I don't even know why.
I was hearing all these voices. There was some loud sound doing something. It was going on and off. It was freaking the hell out of me.
Tu familia está conmigo.
Did that.
I know that's mentioned. I know it's something about family. Something about family. But I don't. Yes, I'm not really too familiar with Spanish, unfortunately. I only know I can only tell it's something about family.
And then I was like, what do you mean you may not make it? It's like when you're working out and you run like a mile and you're like, just one more. Just one more.
Just one more. Just one more.
Are you guys ready for the next test?
Woo! Oh God, my nerves.
So I think the scariest missions are going to be the ones where it's like just part of this.
Do not move through a step till you have completed the
Yeah,
previous one.
familia is, yeah,
So-
your family. Okay. So,
Your
which,
exploration will
what's
continue
the
with 3 sites in the South
Conmigo
Yard.
portion
The
then?
Death Row Courtyard, the Sugar Shack, and the Electrocution Chamber.
People who were the last
Electrocution
guys
chamber,
in the
oh
city
jeez.
put on vests.
Like someone press the button and like,
That's it.
oh my god, I can't believe I'm going
You can
out
do
again.
it. One of you guys wants to be the safe here.
Alright.
You can totally do it.
There is no light in here. None. My light on my camera went out. The light everywhere went out. Please.
Okay. Okay, so this is probably where it seems to be where shit's gonna be popping off. I'm gonna go ahead and step away real quick while we're kind of on a, since this is like supposed to be like a commercial break of sorts. This actually worked very well. I need to step away real fast. I will be back probably less than 5 minutes. Basically, just need to refill my water thing, maybe get another drink, and I'll be back real fast. Yeah, so like less than 10 minutes at most. I'll be back momentarily. Stick around, and yeah, we'll watch some more of this lovely, lovely, wholesome family programming. I'm back. Yeah, I just needed to take a bit of a brief break. Stretch my water, drink my legs, all that other fun stuff. Hey, got my blanket back. Midnight got up finally, so I was able to get my blanket back. So I can get all nice and cozy. Get all nice and cozy up in here. Alright, let's go ahead and keep on watching this.
I guess we're all fairly brave for being here, but I feel pretty wimpy and scared right now.
Guys, give me some skin. I'm out of here.
Bye, love.
All right.
Bye.
D.
Oh, Corey, you just came in.
Oh, man. Good luck,
You just
guys.
came in. Are you
See
in
you
that
in a little bit.
already?
God
Are you
bless
in that
you.
already?
Oh, goddess too.
One sec.
Mustang, this is Voodoo 3. Remaining MiGs are bugging out. Request flyby. Over. All right, Ryan, I'm walking through the entrance right now of Death Row, and I see a graveyard. Over.
Let me know when you're ready. Over.
This here's some crazy. We got
Never mind, both my cats are being brats.
Death Row, I guess. Got a couple cells up and down here. Guess where these guys spent their time before they were taken to the chair.
Oh, cigarette. I guess there's nothing in the rules that says that it can't have a smoke.
Who will go to the sugar shack?
Okay, I'll go.
Over there is the killing zone. You know, that's to where the people usually get stuck. Cut up, chopped up.
Christina?
It says go through the set of double
doors with the dice painted on them.
Okay.
You'll find yourself facing steel bars.
15 minutes in the sugar shack.
To your right is the
hallway, sometimes called the Sugar Shack hallway. Do you see that? Over.
Yes, I'm at the bars, but it's blocked and you can't go
I
there.
can't hear you. Can you let me know that you hear me?
Over and out. Give me instructions.
Uh-oh.
You're facing the steel bar.
Right in here, it's a dead end. It's all blocked
Right
off.
after you walk through the dice table.
Oh, right here? This? No, it's blocked off. Right there. That's blocked off.
When you get to a point where you feel like are facing the bar.
Is this 20 feet ahead from here? It would be that.
Oh,
I don't
she's
understand.
panicking.
Tell me where the hell I'm going.
She's panicking.
Or the heaven I'm going?
All it says is you're facing the steel bars and you see to the right your hallway. So I'm assuming that maybe that is the hallway to the right of the steel bars. Over.
Okay.
Just gonna have a little bit of a shot of whiskey.
Go ahead with the instructions, please, and make them quick.
Then take the hallway till you reach the end. The hallway is very long and covers half the underground basement.
Is it all the way at the end of the hallway? Because I'll keep going.
Yes, you are going to the end to find the door.
All right.
One of bars, the
One
other
shot of
flat
whiskey.
steel that faces
Fireball
the back.
whiskey.
That's
Cheers.
where most people get cut up, chopped up. Whatever how you want to put it.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Yep, there it is. Corey.
Okay, I'm in that room.
Corey.
Okay, Christina, you feeling alright?
I do. There's a picture of an Indian on the wall, and I'm happy about it. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. You guys are going to be really happy I'm the one that came in here and none of you, because there is a huge pentacle on the wall in chalk with little ghost eyes painted on it. I feel okay in here.
Shit. I'm here. I'm detecting a lot of sarcasm.
Is that a bat?
Who's the bird?
Burp. Burp. Oh yeah, that is a bat.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. They hate humans.
Oh my god.
That was a bat. Right there.
Yeah.
Alright, the safety person and the last team member should go to the Egyptian room. Over?
We're on our way right now,
Corey.
Ryan. We'll tell you when we get there, okay?
What you doing?
Over?
Come here, Corey. Hey.
Go slow, sweetie.
Okay.
We're in the Egyptian room now, so we're ready for the next set of instructions. Thank you, over. This chamber is below
Electrocution
death
chamber.
row. It's where people used to wait
right prior to execution.
In 1959, the last electrocution occurred in the West Virginia Penitentiary electric chair.
And you can still smell the flesh. I mean, it's got a distinct smell to it, burnt flesh.
All right. The safety person stays in the Egyptian room. Have the last team member squeeze down a narrow corridor to the execution chamber where 9 men were put to death.
When you're in the room, you'll find a tarp covering something. Pull the tarp off.
You can't come with me.
Oh, that.
Yeah, on the safety.
All right, where do
Okay,
I go?
you go ahead and do what you need to do.
And then can I come back?
And you come back to me, okay?
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okay. You're good, baby. You're doing an awesome job.
Just pass through the door in these bars and keep going. There's a room at the end. Enter this room. You're in the room, you'll find a tarp. Cover something. Pull the tarp off.
Oh no. Oh no.
What's that?
Derek, I want to come back. Derek, there's a person underneath there.
There's nobody underneath there.
Yes, there is. Wait. I just went and looked at it. It looks like there's a person there.
There can't be. Everybody's long gone. There's nothing here.
I don't want
Are you throwing in the towel here? That means you're all done with the rest of the time. If you do it. Lauren's having a little bit of trouble right now. We're trying to decide if she's going to do this or not. She's not quite sure if she wants to do it. Over.
Keep me posted on what's going on. Over.
Derek, I'm really scared.
Baby, don't worry. I can get to you in 10 seconds flat.
That is a really scary thing.
I can get to you in 10 seconds. It's totally cool, okay?
Hey, everything seems
Hey,
to be
kids,
pretty
wanna see a
cool
dead
in
body?
here. I don't know, it's dark and quiet, and I don't really...
Tina and Steve, how you guys doing?
There's blood all over the walls. I need to talk right now. I need to talk right now.
Derek, can you tell me how Lauren's doing? Over. Lauren's getting ready to do it. We're good to go.
Laura, talk to me, baby. This is Steve. Over.
Yes, I can hear you.
You're gonna be fine, all right? Just take a couple deep breaths, okay? You'll be fine.
Derek, I'm really scared.
I'm so.
Yeah, I'm trying
so
to keep an eye
serious.
on.
Please,
I just bumped the
please,
microphone. Yeah, I'm
please,
trying to keep
please.
an eye on the the actual surroundings, just kind of see if there's any
You can't do it?
movement.
No. I don't. Can you talk?
Guys, Laura.
Steve, please, I'm so ready to go.
Christina, don't turn back. Hang in there.
Everybody's doing a great job, but Laura, keep finishing this task, okay?
I want someone here now, and I want you to keep talking to me, and I want.
Christina, you've got to wait there. Right now, Lauren is freaking out in her own world too. So we got to get everyone situated.
Yeah.
And that way, someone will come and get you when you need to be gone.
It's
okay?
getting a little dicey right now. Oh yeah.
I'm quitting. Get someone now.
Can I take this? She's freaking out. I gotta talk to her, okay? I gotta talk to her.
Don't leave me.
I won't. I'm right here. I'm right here. Can you go out the way you came
Yeah,
in,
it's just
Christina?
popping off right now.
I can't get there. There is no light in here. None. My light on my camera went out. The light everywhere went out. Please.
Oh yeah, they add these little extra
Something's
like
coming down the
cutaways.
hallway.
You just make it through that hall. You just book it. You just get the hell out of there as fast as you can. Get out of there.
The light on my camera went out. I can't see anything.
Christina, talk to me, girl.
We're on our way, okay? This is Derek. I'm on my way.
You have Lauren with you. Over. Am I correct? Over.
Yes, I have Lauren with me. She's right behind me. I'm heading towards Snake Eyes.
Ryan, I need you to tell me what to do. I'm gonna head out of here, okay? Tell me if you guys don't want me
I get
to.
that they're trying to add the little like movement,
Steve, I'm
camera
gonna go get
movements
her.
for like
Over.
dramatic effect, possibly to simulate like possible ghost activity.
Christina!
Look at that; it's almost kind of comical actually. Kind of takes you out of the moment. Well, it takes me out of the moment at the very least.
Christina! Follow my voice, baby. You're okay, all right?
You know, keep coming. I'm all the way at the end.
What is that red dot?
Follow my voice. We're doing great, baby. We're doing awesome.
Yeah, okay, I can see now. I can see from your light.
Okay, you see my lights. Just keep following me.
There you are.
Never went out the same time. All the other lights went out. That's not normal. That's not right.
I know,
For
we're
my light
okay.
to go out and all the other lights to go out.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Come here, give me a hand. I'm out of my mind right now, too. Don't think that, you know.
I was fine. I was totally fine until there were no lights and I couldn't leave.
No.
You can't leave with no lights.
No, I know that.
Steve, we found everybody.
Oh,
Why don't you
hey,
come
part
meet
three.
us outside, brother, okay?
I do appreciate that the playlist kind of just gets right to it.
Ryan, we're heading to Snake Eyes. Derek's radio is out.
So, we're gonna meet back at Snake Eyes. I don't know what else to do. Over.
Get back.
Oh yeah, equipment malfunctions. Totally normal.
You doing all right, kiddo? You're doing good.
I know what I'm thinking right now.
You know what you're thinking?
Hard stomps coming downstairs. Were there even stairs where I was? The lights went down and the stomping on the stairs, and I was like,
You know what?
Corey.
You know what? Don't even worry about it. You're back.
Dares aborted.
that was so bad, man.
Dude, I'm scared right now. Like, my heart is jumping out of my chest while I'm in there. And I'm just, you know, I have no control over it. I'm not like the slightest bit calm. I'm just thinking, what the hell is going to happen next? You don't know. You know? It's scary.
What do you think you can go into next?
Hopefully not possession. No, I'm dead serious.
We're not talking about that because that's not for you.
So?
But that's not for you.
Nothing's gonna hurt you. Nothing can harm you here. It's just energies. It's just different kinds of energies that we're feeling.
I've never dealt with like.
I mean, yeah, he's
ghosts
not
that are that
wrong.
strong.
It really
I've
is
dealt
just
with
kind of
spirits
different
that are
kind of
that strong, but it's totally
energy.
different, and I think that's what I came here to learn.
If you can't do it, don't do it, please.
I don't know.
End of night 1. Alright.
I would never, ever do it again, but I
yeah,
don't
she
regret that
ended
I did
up.
go.
I guess because she quit.
Really can honestly say I've dealt with a lot of scary things spiritually, and I've never dealt with anything like this. If someone wanted to know what hell might feel like, that's the closest I've ever felt to anything you'd call hell.
Like, I don't even
So,
know what just happened
she's
to me.
out.
Like, I just experienced something horrible.
One down.
All right, we're gonna wait and see who's going.
This is a bad sign. I think this is a bad sign.
Ooh. I am back. I got hurt, so I had to stop. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Yeah, VR. You definitely have to be careful with that. You absolutely have to be careful. Hope you you didn't get hurt too badly, did you? It's nothing serious, I hope. Oh, Corey is throwing a fit, so let me go while we're paused here. Let me go ahead and tend to her real fast. One sec. Okay, Corey, what are you throwing your fit about? You want out? Do you want out? Okay, there you go. There you go, you silly child. Yeah, Corey. Yeah, it was just Corey being silly. Stubbed my toe. Oh, okay, yeah, that'll do it. As long as it's nothing too serious. As long as it wasn't anything too serious, then yeah, that's that. If that's the worst of it, then yeah, that's totally fine. But yeah, still definitely gotta make sure you're being careful with that. Sorry, quick hydration break. Yeah, that's the thing with if I ever get VR, I'd have to clear a fuck ton of space out. Like, it's not that I don't have space in my space or my streaming space. I just have to clear out some of the cat stuff. That's the only thing. I'd have to move some of the cats toys and whatnot. Just make sure you don't trip on any of their stuff.
Team member cannot complete his or
Right now
her
we're
dare.
watching Fear,
Another
which
team
is
member
an
must be
old
selected to complete the
MTV
investigation.
paranormal investigation show, and also paranormal investigation / contest of sorts.
Pray for me. Pray for me.
Can you guys hear me?
They currently just
Did you
lost
hear
one
that?
person,
Yeah.
so
Okay, cool.
of their team.
We're there, check.
Oh shit,
Over.
it's supposed to be 78 tomorrow? God damn. That's really warming up. Yeah, I think it topped up at like, what, 72 today?
That's me.
It's
Over.
gonna be a warm Christmas over here.
Alright, the safety person and the last team member should go to the Egyptian room. Over?
We're on our way right now, Ryan.
We'll tell you when we get there, okay? Over?
Okay, yeah, so one person has to investigate the Sugar Shack. Okay, I think that's just, that red dot is just like the recording, note from the, yeah, it lets you know the,
Ryan, we're ready. We're in
surveillance,
the Egyptian room. You can go ahead,
crews.
okay? Over.
The surveillance cameras.
Ariana, are you at the Sugar Shack?
All right, I'm here. Over.
Some cartoon caricatures there.
Okay, you go ahead and do what you need to do, and you come back to me, okay?
Let's go ghost hunting. Essentially, that's essentially what the show is. Like they just have these selected these different individuals, and they send them out to these haunted locations. They're actual locations. Derek, I know what you're trying to do. I know you're trying to make everyone feel comfortable, but I don't think singing is going to help. That might actually just make things worse.
What's going on, Lauren?
I'm not doing it.
You done?
You too? Jeez.
I think so.
You are?
trying to think.
Oh, jeez.
Like I said, whatever you want, girl. Can't do it. You can't do it.
Am I going to be your safety if I do that?
No, you're gone.
You're done.
If you don't complete the task.
Yeah, they have to be able to actually do their objectives. If not,
I
then
don't know what I just
they
experienced,
have to
but
leave.
I don't know. Is it? What's it like down there?
Horrible. Like, I just experienced something horrible. Like, I don't even know what just happened to me. All of a sudden, I just, like, literally felt something in there. Like, and it was like...
The little boy loves to stand in corners.
I felt something horrible just now, and,
So
like...
this is like a big one right now, and there's not...
These individual ones are the big ones. But we all, I think we all each get like one individual task.
Yeah, it's
in
like
I
one of
mean,
the old
you're
residences
probably
I
gonna have to
lived
go,
in
like,
was
to death
definitely
row.
haunted, or at least we thought it was haunted by a ghost that we would later learn was named Charlie.
If you do.
Yeah. No, I know.
We would play,
I just don't know
like
how
when we
to
were
react if there's
when we
like...
were kids, we played most of the odd occurrences that happened around the house or on Charlie, because that was the only logical explanation.
Oh. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
You can quit and appoint him and he can go in and fill in. Ryan, if she doesn't want to do this and she appoints you to do it, is she done with this whole thing? Does she go home, or is she just done with this task? Over.
And she is done with for the whole thing. Over.
Definitely important clarification.
No, I'm done. I'm definitely done.
I can't believe I don't know, you guys, like, there's no logical reason why I just left there, because it wasn't like I was that scared. I felt something that just was not right. Like, I felt something that just really...
Jeez,
I
two
can't
people
even explain it.
already
It was
dropping.
Like, I cannot be in here. I can't. This is not
Is
like
it two or
I
three
need to get
people
out of here
dropping?
now. It was like evil.
Are they both dropping out?
I felt like
There
I had
she
like, no
goes.
control over it, you know? I
Yeah,
felt like I was the
she's
prisoner.
gone.
Now, like, at
She
least I
actually,
feel safe.
yeah, she's quitting. Two members have quit.
Okay, I'm about to just pull this bit. I'm about to pull it. I'm about to what?
Oh, jeez.
Lauren couldn't handle it. I'm gonna go into the electrocution room where she was.
And tell me when you get to the Egyptian room, okay?
Yeah, only started with 6 people. 2 have already left so far, and I think they've only really completed like what 2 dares, I think. So out of like what 6 or something like that. Neighbor came across the street. Oh geez. Something I'm not sure if I can say on stream or not. Neighbor said they've seen a very angry man randomly in the house. Oh geez, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yep, there you go. Yep, that's probably paranormal for sure. Yeah. 2 in one night. First person, that was probably why I think it was first one was while you were away, but yeah. First person left the night before, rather they left when the sun came up. And then yeah, that was the first night. This is the second night, and so far like a second person has dropped out. So yeah, 4 people left on this team.
Hey, Uber, right, hang in there, Chief.
And I heard there were bats inside, so pray for me.
Pull the tarp off the electric chair.
Eric and Ryan, let me know when you get to the Egyptian room. Over.
We're on our way right now. Thank you very much, Steve.
Beyond the couch, towards the end of the room, will be a narrow corridor to the left. Have the last team member squeeze down this corridor. He or she will find another chamber at the end.
Okay, so we're gonna go.
Let me know when he's there. Over.
Can you hear him?
Yes. Okay. Okay, I go down.
Yeah.
And I go to the left.
And you just go all the way down. There's room. You go through like chain link thing, and you'll go through, and there's a room down there. And that's just the room where the tarp is.
You're hanging there. You've done a great job. Okay, over.
So you just go all the way
That
down.
don't work for me. Yeah, no, like that's the thing. These are supposed to be like actual haunted places.
10 seconds away. You gonna be right there? I'll be right here.
Built like a dwarf, short and wide, no squeezing anywhere from me. Oh man.
Until you get into that room where the light is.
I guess it would depend on how big the space is. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a big enough space for anyone to really be able to fit in. God, yeah, this is the electrocution room. There's been 2 spaces.
I am not going in there. You can do it, brother. I can't do that.
God.
You're platinum. You're a rock star.
Oh, you were trying way too hard. You were trying way too hard.
Think about it. Just grab the tarp with one hand, turn your head away from it, pull it off, and let me know when it's up, okay? Over.
Oh my God! The chair is facing me, and it looks like it is somebody sitting in that bitch. I don't want to pull nothing off of nothing. Wait.
Love prisons are always the most haunted. Oh yeah, this is in West Virginia. It stopped operation in 1995, and it's been kind of a tourist attraction. But yeah, it's supposed to be like super fucking haunted.
Alright, I'm walking towards the light. I'm about to pull the light on. Oh my God. Dad, can you hear me? I can hear you, brother. Okay, I'm about to pull the light on.
They're just sitting in the chapel, just chilling.
There isn't enough light. What is underneath this? Did the light come on? Yeah, okay. Alright. You got it. Okay. I want to do it. You got it. Okay. Alright, you guys can hear me, right?
Ryan, I can hear you, buddy. Pull it off.
Yeah, there's just enough light in there. I mean, I can't really blame him.
Oh, God.
I can't really blame him.
Alright. Okay.
Because the people that run this show probably did set something up. Like, you know for a fact that the people that run this show absolutely set something up in this room.
I'm gonna pull off and run, okay? I'm gonna pull off and just book the hell out of here, okay?
You gotta stay, you gotta look at it.
Okay. I'm about to die.
I can't believe that. Between this and the Sugar Shack, like, this stretch has just been pushing the limits. Like, it's been, like, this section has been just testing everyone.
Okay, I'm about to just pull this bitch. I'm about to pull it.
Pull it. Oh, they got... Oh, no.
Oh my God.
He didn't even pull the... Oh, God.
Oh my God.
He didn't even get it off completely.
The part didn't come off. The chair started moving towards me, and
I think it was just stuck on the tarp. Yeah, I think the tarp was just stuck on the chair.
oh my God.
Oh, man, he's gotta pull it off.
The chair started scooting as I
Want to know
pulled
the best
tarp
part of
off.
being
It
built like a
scared me
dwarf?
so
There's no
bad.
flight or fight. It's fight or fight. Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It's like stand your ground.
I'm
You
gonna
know?
try it again. Oh my God.
Yeah, try it again. You got this. You got this, buddy. You got this, buddy.
I'm about to do it. It's all you. You got it, Ryan. I'm about to do it. Can you guys hear me? We can hear you do it. Okay, I did it.
Hey. He did it. Finally, progress.
I did it. Okay. Now, what do I have to do? I have to stay here for 15 minutes?
There you go. Yeah, just 15 minutes. You got this.
To go. I am ready to go.
Oh yeah, now he's feeling himself.
I cannot believe that I am still here.
There you go. Confidence boost. Confidence boost.
Ryan, can you hear me? Over.
Yes, I can hear you. Can I come back now, please?
Hey.
Scientifically examined 2 hotspots you found to be the most active or potentially active.
Sugar Shack.
Step 1, select 2 teams of 2. Who's on the team is your choice. The remaining people will act as guides.
The stair
The EMF equipment. This day requires ghost hunting equipment.
The EMF detector responds to electromagnetic fields.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Use it like a metal detector. It will lead you to either electrical equipment or paranormal activity. The more the needle jumps, the more paranormal activity surrounds you.
There we go. Yeah, now we're getting to the part where, like, that kind of phasmophobia, like, took inspiration from.
Night vision systems.
Because these are actual, like,
paranormal activity.
1995
Use the
ghost
night
hunting
vision
equipment,
system
but
to
still.
scan the area. Ghosts and haunting can appear in the infrared while remaining invisible to the naked eye.
Ryan and I are going over to the Sugar Shack, and we'll be looking for ghosts.
All right, Derek, Ariana, we just stepped outside. Get us over
Sugar Shack?
Sugar Shack.
The
Sugar Shack
is definitely a repository of extremely negative energy.
Okay, buddy, all you need to do is head down to Snake Eyes.
Gotcha, kid. We'll tell you where it's Snake Eyes. Over.
Need a friend to do Phasmo
Not
with.
Steve
I
Buster.
don't do Phasmo enough. I actually uninstalled it
walking
to
to Snake
free up
Eyes
some
right
hard
now.
drive space. I haven't
Tell me where to
actually
go. Over.
messed with it since they did that their last major update.
Make a right down the first hallway. Follow it all the way to the dead end, which is was
Like,
way at the end.
for the most part, the
You make
only
a right
times I
and there's
really
dead
played
end. On
Phasmo
the
was
left, there's a
with
doorway.
friends.
Above it, it says the Sugar Shack.
All right, we're doing that right now. Over.
It's a terrible place. It's eerie. Don't know where it comes from.
All right, we're on our way, walking
Had to
down
because no one ever played it with me.
this long, dark corridor. on our way
Yeah, it's one of
to
those
the
games where it's like you kind of have to
fucking
like
Sugar Shack.
definitely best played with other
What was
people.
that?
Like you can definitely look at the. You can definitely play in pickup groups,
Where do I go? Where's it go to?
but your experience will
You'll hit the end of the
definitely
hallway. You
vary.
take a right,
And right
I've
to your
been in a
immediate
couple
left, there
groups
should be a door
where
above it. It says the Sugar Shack.
people
Let
were
me know when you get
generally
there,
fairly
over.
chill.
Yeah,
and
we
then
got it
at least
over.
one group where
As soon as you enter
everyone
the
just
room, and I'll start
absolutely
the
knew
first
what they were
15
doing
minutes. You have
and
to
was
walk
just
over
able to like
every area of the hotspot. You can't hang
nail
in corners.
every task
Use the same
necessary
walking pattern as if you were mowing the
and
lawn. You have to
call
cover
out
the whole hotspot.
like guess what the ghost
don't see
is
it on the video.
before I
Okay,
even
guys?
was able to comprehend what was going on.
We're in the room now. We have to stay in here for 15 minutes and use our EMF detector and our laser detector to find out if there are ghosts in here.
We're in the room, over.
I started time, over. First 15 minutes.
Like, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be looking for.
Anything and everything, I guess. Just any signs of unusual activity.
Blood.
Okay, I don't know. Let's not go there.
It's definitely blood. Oh my god, what's on that wall? It's a guy.
Blood, gallons of the stuff.
Dude,
are you for real?
Like, stuff.
Can I see?
Eating Tootsie Fruit
Yo,
Chews.
dude,
Oh
this
god,
is
so what happened?
crazy, man. You should
still.
see this hole with these infrared lights, man. It's up, over.
Oh yeah, I got some
You're
candy.
doing a great job, guys. You're doing a great job.
What do I got in here?
Now
I
let's
got
walk
some
through the middle of these
Starburst.
pillars, yo.
Holy.
Oh fuck.
Here, what is this?
Fuck yeah, 3 Musketeers. Here we go. Ooh, what was that?
I want to be so close to you.
Dude, stay close, man. I need you to be close too. Dude, there's a figure. Get close.
Oh jeez.
Like, it was above my head in the infirmary. It came closer to me.
Ariana, did you hear, like, sounded like someone was walking upstairs, like every couple seconds,
yeah,
like every
3
couple
Musketeers,
minutes, someone
let's go.
walking upstairs?
Yes, I did.
Okay, guys, here's the next part of it. You guys are rock stars, and we're going to keep on doing this. This is the part now where Ryan needs to leave and head out to Snake Eyes to head to the outside where we wait. Over?
Nothing like the sweetness of their fear to make the candy taste better. I know, right?
Are you cool, man?
Talk to me, mother. Talk to me the whole time, please.
Keep the Starburst on hand. Because the other stuff is like candy that I don't particularly care for. Ooh, there's a cake out here too. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Ryan, I'm being honest with you, man. Like, I don't know, man. These goggles are freaking me out, man. I see too much moving around in these things.
I love you guys so much. Once you touch the hiney.
Yo, Steve, how you holding up, man? You cool?
Ryan, can you hear me? Over.
Ryan, can you hear me? Over. It's coming closer. It's coming closer.
Oh, that's not good.
Ryan, can you hear me, man? 'Cause I'm freaking over.
You hear that noise, man?
Steve, you're doing a good job, buddy. And you know what, bro? Exactly right now, you're done. And you get to get out of there.
Yeah, get out. Yeah, leave. Just leave. God, those camera cuts are really just bizarre.
But I can't breathe right now. This is the craziest thing I've ever encountered in my entire life. I cannot believe it. If I didn't have these people here with me, I think I might have just cut myself in there, done harm to myself. I'm freaking. I seriously was like, I just said to the camera on the way over, if you guys wouldn't have been talking, I would have started trying to harm myself. The shadows.
Accidentally launched it by daylight and it got loud. Oh jeez. Why did they leave? They completed their tasks. They were able to complete their tasks. Yeah, they just had to be in there within a specific time frame to take note of any paranormal activity.
Walking across the stairs like this, like every couple
And yeah,
seconds,
once they are able to do that, then they can just like fucking book it. 2 a.m.
Most psychics consider the hole to be the most paranormally active area in the prison. In case you've not already selected it, we want you to investigate it. The first person who went into the hole must must now go back into the hole alone. He or she must sit in the metal chair and document paranormal activity using the EMF detector.
Oh, that's
Electrical and
fucked.
mechanical devices are very prone to failure in certain haunted places.
Years ago, they would take them down in here and shackle them to the wall.
All they had in this room was a hole in the middle of the floor to use the bathroom in.
They'd leave them in here for a week, 2 weeks at a time.
Anybody that went
So yeah, the first person that went into that hole didn't actually.
That's like sitting in the electric
He went like
chair.
into the
If they would've told me to sit
entryway.
in that damn electric chair.
Not sure if he like misunderstood the directions or whatnot, but yeah, he didn't actually go into the hole completely. So I think he needs to actually go back in there all the way.
You like hang on to yourself and to love. Because this place is corrupting my mind. And the darkness is corrupting all of our minds, you know what I mean? Right. So you have to think of light. You have to think of light. And you have to keep knowing that it is just a chair. It's a chair.
Just a chair.
It's just a chair. Just a chair.
Just a chair.
You're good.
Just a chair. Probably be the worst person to be there with. Everyone else screaming, I'll be eating a bag of chips. Just scared and eating comfort chips. Just like stress eating. Oh man. Like no joke, I'd probably bring like a fucking stress ball with me or something just to kind of take my like just something to keep my mind occupied with.
You guys still there? Over? Okay, guys, I'm down here now. Go ahead and read me my instructions after I sit in the chair. Over.
Oh. Is the radio out? Is the radio out?
Hey, check this out, buddy. I need you to go into the hole.
There we go.
Turn off all your lights, your flashlights, and maintain radio silence for 15 minutes and just listen to the EMF detector. Let me know if you
Steve, hold on a second, man. I gotta pump myself up for this, okay, brother? I gotta pump myself up. I'm outside the hole still. Just hang on a second. I don't know about all this turning off the light. Hold on a second, okay? Over.
Take your time. Take your time.
We're here, we're waiting, we're being patient with you. And Brian wanted me to tell you that you're platinum. Platinum shines in the dark.
Would stress eat so much. I feel like I would too in this kind of situation. Just like give me a piece of beef jerky to munch on. Just something to keep my mind occupied. Oh, that manacles. Just exploring space.
Damn it! Just, man, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to overcome this. This is just intense.
Derek, man, I can hear and feel your
pain. You
know what I'm saying? I can feel you. I know what you are going through.
When I was looking at that electric
chair, man, I can feel exactly what you are going through. You know what I'm saying?
But I just thought that I was
platinum. You know what I'm saying? I just knew that I was platinum. And me knowing that I was platinum, that helped me straight through.
You're platinum.
So you just know that you are platinum too.
There you go. Just know that you're platinum.
Glistening in the dark in that chair, and you will make it through. You will be back here in 15 minutes.
And you'll be the bomb, and you'll get your props. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing right now. It's every self-doubting thing in the world that's coming right at you, and
he's gonna come in whenever he's ready.
My dark sense of humor would want a selfie in that electric chair.
If you still got frequency. I just want to make sure you're still there. Over.
I mean, this is the year 2000, so it's like this is before mobile phones were a readily available thing. But I imagine if it was in like 2020 or something like that, then yeah, absolutely. Provide. Oh, he can't. Oh, shit. Oh shit, he's cracking. He's losing it. He is absolutely losing it.
All the lights off. I mean, come on.
No, it's ridiculous. Come here. Let's read the next dare, okay? Put your camera down. Put your camera down.
Put your camera down. Derek, congratulations.
Congratulations. You have completed your investigation of the prison's haunting. However, if you have not completed the previous steps, you must remain in the prison until they are done.
Are you kidding?
He needs
This
to.
all comes down to me for us to finish this whole thing.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know if we can pick someone else. It has to be the person who went there before. Sit down. Sit down for a minute.
Take a moment.
Look at me, Derek. We're a team, but we are each in this individually to face our own fears.
You got balls, man.
Polaroids for the selfies of that time. That is true. That is fair.
This doesn't get the
That
best.
is true.
This place gets the best of anybody.
You are a strong-willed person, you care about other people, you're a leader, and you don't like to let people down. But this is not about us, this is about you, and I think that's what the problem is. I think that when you go in there, you're putting pressure from us on yourself that we are not putting on you. This is for you. You have to go, if you want to do this, you have to go into that hole, sit in that chair for yourself.
Do it for yourself, oh gee. Yeah, let's see if there's a second option. Nope. Yeah, nah, you fucking thought. You fucking thought.
Damn hole. It's just a hole. It's a hole. It's a freaking hole.
Get in the hole! Get in the hole!
I am now in the hole, guys. I am in the hole. Over.
I feel like this is like, at least for this night, this is probably the last task that they actually need to do. And then it would just be like, if they have anything for their remaining nights that they need to be there.
Steve, can you hear me? Over.
Uh-oh.
Steve, can you hear me? Over.
Guys, I have a bad feeling right
Derek, can you hear me? Over.
Oh, that might be a slight problem.
We're almost done.
You guys, he's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it. We're gonna come back. We're gonna tackle him down and just hug and kiss.
Hold on. If he doesn't, for some reason.
No.
No.
Listen.
I'm
gonna jump on him anyways. Steve, can you hear me? Over. Steve, can you hear me? Over.
There it is.
Baby, we are here.
Derek, oh my God,
we are dancing
100%.
We are dancing to us, baby.
Go ahead and start the time.
A lot of dancing going on. They're having a fucking rave in their fucking safety place. Meanwhile, Derek's here in the most fucking haunted part of the entire prison complex. Oh, that EMF reader is already going off the fucking charts. It is already going off the fucking charts.
He's 2 minutes in.
He's got to sit there in complete darkness. Oh yeah, there's the money right there.
And when the sun comes up tomorrow, I'm gonna feel it in my face. I'm gonna dance in jubilation in front of the entire human race.
I know they're home thinking like, this is crazy, this is stupid, but what is your greatest fear? Would you be doing this? Because I know there. You may think that this is easy, and you may think that we're tripping and bugging and we're a bunch of babies, but this is no joke. I keep saying it, I can't stress it enough.
You're gonna run into my arms with goodness, love forevermore.
He's got this. See, he's got this. He's got this. He's absolutely got this. time one of these little cutaways happens, it like kind of takes you out of the whole experience, you know?
Derek, can you hear me?
Oh, is he done? Uh-oh.
Derek, can you hear me? Over.
Uh-oh. Oh, his radio's not... his radio's out. His radio's out. His radio's out.
Uh-oh. Guys, I have a bad feeling right
Derek, can you hear me? Over.
That's not good.
Derek,
Let's go.
please.
Can we go
for
get
the love
him?
of God, Derek. Derek.
Oh yeah, she's already getting ready to go get him. Uh-oh. Did he already leave?
Yeah, guys.
Oh, there. Jeez. You little bitch. You little fucking bitch. You little bitch. Okay.
I don't know if this place is just horrible and there's just a lot of evil here in general, like just what went on here. And I don't know if it's because I feel guilt, but when I was in the Sugar Shack, I felt something definitely in there.
If any place is haunted, man, then this place is.
I don't think that this place is haunted. I feel that it is very, very scary. And the preconceived notion that it was rumored to be haunted, that really is what plays on your mind.
I believe that this place is haunted with our own fears. Like everything that we bring into here, our own trepidation, our own fear that we have within ourselves, is the thing that's going to haunt us the most.
Huh. So we got like, what, 2 for super fucking haunted, 1 for no, not actually haunted, and 1 for like kind of haunted?
We got the money, but it's not even about the money. It was a lesson. I overcame so much fear. The next thing that I'm afraid of in life, I can just take that energy and overcome the next thing.
I just feel so grateful for my life, and I don't want to build walls for myself, and I will knock them down.
A successful investigation is successful.
The thing you have to fear the most is how haunted you are.
How haunted you are. Oh yeah, this is yeah. Muting that real quick because yeah, actual licensed music again. Actual licensed music, and so I don't want to risk getting DMCA dinged for that. Oh man, yeah, that was interesting because yeah, you could definitely hear a lot of the stuff in the background. A lot of stuff going on. What if we haunt the Wraith? Is that allowed? I mean, I'm usually the one that does the haunting, but you're definitely free to take a shot at it. You're definitely free to take your best shot. Like, I can't really say you'll be successful in your attempts. But you're definitely more than willing to take a shot. You're absolutely allowed to take a shot. Oh God, so how does that song go? Hit me with your best shot. There it is. Hit me with your best shot. All I have to do is slowly change all the dark stuff into bright stuff. Why would you do that? Why would you do that, you absolute mad individual?
I said feed meow.
I already fed you. I already fed you, Corey. Like, if you want, I can give you another treat. All right, is that what you were looking for? I can give you another treat. Is that what you're looking for? Oh, I swear, between you and midnight, I swear. Oh man. Well, that was a fun watch. I'm gonna keep this playlist on hand. I'm definitely gonna keep this playlist on hand, just so that we can have like something else to watch on a later hangout session. Let's go ahead and hop back over this way. That, excuse me. There we go. Oh, geez, I am very burpy all of a sudden. Yeah, that was a very fun watch. It's like also kind of a good little trip back and like just revisiting like older material, you know. I'll give you the choice: powder blue or pink. You know what? Pink. I can work with pink. I can absolutely work with pink. Oh man. Yeah, that was a fun. I'm gonna keep that series. Like, I got it bookmarked. So I can definitely like revisit this at a later point in time. Like, if we have when we do another like hangout session, because that's something I'm gonna try to do a little bit more often. Like just a general like hangout streams, like just chat streams like this one. You know, this is one I wanted to do because it's before the holiday weekend, and it was just like look for ways to like just spend time with chat, you know, spend time with all of you, you know, just kind of hang out. even if we're not like actually playing any games, like just a chance to kind of like hang out, vibe, all that fun stuff. It'll be neon pink. Oh god, that is bright. Actually, it might work out because yeah, will lead to like we could probably do a rave. Yeah, just set up like a fucking pastel goth dark wave club. There we go. Oh man. Yeah, I think we can probably go ahead and call it a night on that front. This is just something I wanted to do as like a simple kind of thing, you know, just kind of simple hangout. Just so we and just kind of one last little simple fun stream before the craziness of the holidays. So I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. I know I did. I definitely enjoyed myself. Sleep well, Wraithy. Aw, thank you. I shall. Yeah, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Definitely take time to spend it with those that you care for the most. Next week should hopefully, well, not quite regular schedule because New Year's is next weekend as well, but for this next coming Monday, will be we'll be looking at some indie games. We'll be looking at some more indie games this coming Monday. And then on Wednesday will be more Bayonetta 3. Things seem to be picking up finally, so hopefully we can keep that momentum going. And then next Friday will be our Cemetery Cinema evening. I still don't know what movie we'll be watching, but I'll try and see if I can find something over the weekend. For tonight, for now though, let's see if we can find someone to send some spooky holiday vibes too. So feel free to stick around during the outro, and yeah, we'll see if we can find some of the raid. Until next time, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Don't forget to take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. Happy hauntings once more. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. However you spend your holiday weekend, make sure to spend it safe and in good health. And I will see you all next time. Rest well and pleasant nightmares.